Hey friends, I'm Wason, and you're listening to LearnEnglishPodcast.com, the channel where we decode real American speech so you can speak smarter, not harder. I'll shoot the questions today. Veteran teacher Lydia will supply crystal clear answers. Buckle up for practical magic.
Welcome back, learners. Quick housekeeping. If our pace feels like a New York taxi, tap the little gear icon and lower playback speed to 75%. Mastery beats speed. Control the tempo until every strategy lands comfortably, then ramp it back up for challenge.
Today's big question, Lydia. How can an English learner sound genuinely intelligent in American contexts without throwing obscure GRE words into every sentence? We'll dissect 5 pillars: clarity, tone, connectors, powerful questions, and confident pauses, plus give concrete exercises you can start the moment this episode ends.
Perfect framing. Think of this episode as a carry-on toolbox for your linguistic road trip. Each pillar is a shiny wrench or screwdriver you can pull out while chatting at a Texas barbecue, pitching in a Boston office, or FaceTiming cousins in California.
Pillar number 1, clarity. From coffee shops in Portland to boardrooms in Chicago, why does a short, direct sentence impress Americans more than a multi-clause monologue packed with dusty academic jargon that sends listeners reaching for caffeine or a dictionary?
Because clarity signals respect. When you prune verbal weeds, the listener's brain relaxes and trusts you. Americans prize efficiency. We want our Wi-Fi fast and our statements faster. Clear speech equals credibility, like a coach shouting, "You've got this," during the fourth quarter.
Paint us a real-world substitution, please, the kind my evening students can rehearse while ordering takeout or chatting with DoorDash. How do we swap verbose fluff for crisp language that sounds both friendly and intelligent?
Upgrade. I experienced an unforeseen transportation malfunction to, "Sorry, the bus broke down." Same facts, half the syllables, zero pretension. Drill clarity by summarizing your entire morning in exactly 10 words. Jogged at 6, cooked oatmeal, answered emails, prepped notes, smiling.
Stellar. Let's glide into Pillar 2, tone. Listeners judge the music of your voice before they process the lyrics. How does intentional tone elevate everyday language, especially in American small talk?
Tone is your emotional highlighter. Say, "I understand" flat, you sound bored. Slow down, soften pitch, "I understand," and you become empathetic. Americans sense vibe instantly, whether you're consoling a friend at an Ohio diner or negotiating deadlines on Zoom.
Demonstration request. Hit our audience with 2 deliveries of a single sentence so they can physically feel the temperature change, like stepping from an air-conditioned store onto a sunny Florida sidewalk.
Version 1. Monotone. "Glad you're here." Version 2. Genuine smile. "I'm so glad you're here." The words barely change, yet warmth floods the second take. Record yourself, compare, and tweak like a guitarist adjusting string tension until the chord rings true.
Moving to Pillar 3, smart connectors. Why do verbal bridges like "first of all," "meanwhile," or "in short" instantly make a speaker sound organized, persuasive, and, let's be honest, more intelligent to an American ear?
Connectors function like road signs on Interstate 90. Without them, listeners feel lost at the cloverleaf. With them, they relax, follow your lane, and anticipate exits. They show forethought, a quality Americans associate with professionalism and intellectual heft.
Could you spin a mini weekend story using exactly 3 connectors, so everyone hears cohesion in action and realizes how little linguistic glue is required to keep ideas cruising smoothly?
Absolutely. First of all, I tackled Laundry Mountain. Meanwhile, my partner grilled burgers on the patio. Finally, we binge-watched a Marvel marathon. Short story, clear timeline, audience relaxed because the GPS voice announced every turn.
Sliding into Pillar 4, asking better questions. Why do well-crafted open questions project curiosity and intelligence more powerfully than simple yes-no prompts that shut conversation faster than a broken vending machine?
Open questions invite narratives, reveal nuance, and show you care about the answer. Instead of, "Did you like Chicago?" try, "What part of Chicago surprised you most?" The latter sparks memory, emotion, and a richer response Americans interpret as meaningful engagement.
Let's bake a concrete exercise. After the episode ends, listeners pause Netflix, pick any news headline, and invent one thoughtful follow-up question out loud. That small ritual wires curiosity into muscle memory. Sound like a plan?
Absolutely. Pro tip: hit record when you voice the question, then replay during a quiet moment. You'll evaluate two pillars simultaneously: clarity and tone. Multitasking practice accelerates growth faster than drilling individual skills in isolation.
Pillar 5. The strategic pause. Many learners treat silence like an unexpected pop quiz and rush to fill it. Lydia, why should they embrace that brief hush instead of fearing it?
A well-timed pause acts like a spotlight. It lets your previous sentence sink in and signals that you're thinking, not scrambling. Americans equate measured silence with authority. Think of presidents pausing before a key promise. The room practically leans forward.
Listeners will ask for practice. So what's a drill that builds pause confidence without feeling awkward? Perhaps while reading their favorite food blog aloud in the kitchen between stirring the spaghetti sauce.
Read one paragraph, count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi at each period, then continue. The sauce may simmer, but your delivery steadies. Over time, you'll notice family members naturally tuning in, proof the pause commands attention.
Quick checkpoint, folks. You're watching LearnEnglishPodcast.com, your stress-free workshop for powerful American English. If an idea sparks, grab a notebook and jot it down. Handwriting locks memory deeper than thumb typing on a distractive phone screen.
Let's cement the theory with a vivid narrative about Sarah, a Texas realtor, weaving all 5 pillars together so listeners not only hear, but feel the techniques dancing across a genuine, money-on-the-line conversation.
The stage is yours, Lydia. Paint the open house scene. Clients padding across polished hardwood, inhaling fresh brewed coffee, while Sarah deploys every pillar with precision, turning hesitation into handshake within 15 strategic minutes.
Sarah greets, "Good afternoon, folks. Coffee's hot if you'd like a cup." Tone, warm. She continues clearly, "This kitchen features quartz counters built in 2022. She asks, "Which room feels like home to you?" Pauses 2 beats, listens, then bridges to features with, "On the other hand." Deal closed.
That narrative lands each pillar like a perfect 5-layer nacho stack. Let's now sprinkle seasoning, key vocabulary from today, so listeners can deploy flavorful words naturally without sounding like a textbook robot.
Word 1, goosebumps. Tiny bumps when emotion or cold hits. Example, Whitney Houston's anthem still gives me goosebumps. Word 2, overcompensate. Try too hard to mask weakness. He overcompensated for nerves by quoting statistics nonstop. Word 3, underrated. Not appreciated enough. Pausing is an underrated leadership tool.
To move from theory to muscle memory, let's craft a compact 15-minute routine, 5 micro blocks, so discipline marries technique. Remember, Repetition, not luck, drives lasting fluency the way daily jogs, not sprint races, build cardio endurance.
Minutes 1 to 3, 10-word morning summary, clarity. 4 to 6, record, happy to help, warm versus flat, tone. 7 to 9, describe lunch with 3 connectors. 10 to 12, form one open question about a friend's hobby. 13 to 15, read a paragraph aloud, pausing 2 counts at periods.
Quick American culture sidebar. Office small talk frequently begins with sports or weather. How can listeners weave today's 5 pillars into describing, for instance, last night's stormy Yankees game that went into extra innings?
Start clearly. The Yankees finally won in the 10th. Add tone, excitement on finally. Connector. Meanwhile, rain soaked the bleachers. Ask, what was your favorite play? Pause for reply. There, you've packed 5 skills into everyday baseball banter Americans love.
We're entering the home stretch. Let's craft a lightning round recap that listeners can screenshot, print, and tape above their desks for instant reference whenever conversation anxiety tries to crash the party.
Bullet train recap. 1. Clarity beats clutter. 2. Tone sells sincerity. 3. Connectors map ideas. 4. Open questions invite depth. 5. Pauses radiate authority. Practice daily. Improvement compounds like interest in a high-yield savings account.
Before we sign off, let's assign crystal-clear homework in one crisp, tweet-length sentence, ensuring our community walks away, knowing precisely what action to take before the sun sets over their horizon tonight.
Homework. Complete the 15-minute 5-pillar routine every day for 7 consecutive sunsets. Jot 2 reflection sentences nightly and watch your small talk transform from nerve-wracking to natural, like riding a bike after training wheels vanish.
Time to land this learning plane. Lydia, could you drop one last motivational nugget for our English lepers, something sticky enough to tape on a laptop lid and reread before every video meeting?
Remember, intelligent speech isn't a flood of fancy words. It's purposeful navigation. Be the GPS, not the traffic jam. Guide listeners smoothly, pause at key exits, and they'll gladly follow your route.
All right, community. If today's roadmap lit a bulb, smash subscribe on learnenglishpodcast.com, ring the bell, and invite a friend. Every new strategy will then land in your feed fresh out of the oven.
Drop a comment telling us which pillar you'll tackle first and exactly how you'll weave it into tomorrow's conversation. Maybe a clear sentence at breakfast or a confident pause during a sales call. Declared goals stick longer.
Thanks for leaping with us today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and above all, keep those pauses purposeful. We'll be back next week with new practical gems, so stay tuned to learnenglishpodcast.com.
Until then, remember the 5 pillars, trust your voice, and enjoy the journey. English fluency is not a sprint, but a scenic road trip across 50 states of expression. Safe travels, friends.
Bonus clarity drill. Stand in front of a mirror and describe your favorite movie plot in exactly 30 seconds. Focus on main characters and turning point, ditching subplots. If you stumble, reset and trim adjectives. This forces your brain to sort essential from extra, a hallmark of intelligent communication.
For tone mastery, record yourself reading the same inspirational quote 3 ways: cheerful morning DJ, calm meditation guide, and serious news anchor. Play them back side by side. Notice how volume, pitch, and pacing shift meaning. Choose the version that feels most authentic to you, then replicate it daily.
Advanced connectors list coming at you. For starters, in addition, granted, nevertheless, consequently, to wrap up. Write these on sticky notes and challenge yourself to weave at least 2 into tomorrow's staff meeting comments. You'll sound structured without feeling scripted, earning nods from native speaker colleagues.
Superpowered question practice. At dinner, instead of asking family, "How was your day?" try, "What unexpected moment made you smile today, and why?" Notice how conversation instantly deepens. Keep a running list of 5 such questions on your phone. Rotate them to avoid sounding like a survey.
Pause comedy exercise. Tell a joke. Why did the Scarecrow get promoted? He was outstanding in his field. After the punchline, force a 3-second silence before laughing. That tiny gap sharpens comedic timing and makes the laughter contagious. Yes, even pauses can be playful.
Vocabulary workout. Pick 3 words from today, maybe curiosity, intentional, and overwhelm. Write 1 truthful sentence about your life with each word. My curiosity about jazz led me to New Orleans. Read them aloud twice. Embed new lexicon into personal experience, the fastest memory glue.
Cultural nuance tip. Americans often downplay mistakes with humor. If you mispronounce something, chuckle and say, "That word just ran away from me. Let's try again." The mix of clarity, confident tone, and a brief pause diffuses tension, showing intelligence isn't perfection, but graceful recovery.
Inspiration pit stop. Progress may feel slow, but celebrate micro wins. Did you pause confidently during today's Zoom call? Mark it on a calendar with a gold star. Visible streaks build momentum, and momentum turns practice into permanent skill.
Real-time challenge. Open your weather app, scan the weekend forecast, then deliver a 30-second report using all 5 pillars: clear headline, engaging tone, connector for comparisons, an open question like, "How will you stay cool?" and a strategic pause before the call to action, "Grab sunscreen." See you next episode. Bye for now.